Hey, so it's back after the restful long weekend.
Yeah.
And since we're keeping it real, right, I can tell you today was one of those days when I woke up and I just didn't feel like talking.
Well, that's because we didn't get as much of a rest as
As somebody.
who scored himself a 6-day weekend.
Yeah, how does that feel?
It feels awesome.
I'm next. I choke first, okay?
Okay.
I can't tell you how relaxed I feel.
So I bet you watch TV, you watch movies, you
Yeah,
did all those
That's
things,
all I
right?
did, is I watched TV. So you know, we actually had an interesting topic this
Right.
morning. We were talking about how completely unoriginal movies are these days. And it doesn't really hit you until you take a look at the top 20 movies of the year.
Yeah.
And virtually all of them are sequels,
Yeah.
or franchise movies, or remakes. Without exaggeration, like 18 out of the top 20 movies are that.
To the point where people have started coining, terms like the Marvel universe or the
Yeah.
Harry Potter cinematic universe.
Yes, that's right.
Right?
And they
Because-
don't want to step out of those universes.
Yeah, they don't want.
But, Vivian, you saw a movie this past weekend that falls outside of these boundaries.
Yes, it definitely falls outside the convention. It was quite refreshing, I have to say. It's the movie Yesterday.
Yes.
And the moment I think everyone saw the trailer, everyone was already kind of curious. Because they took such a simple concept. What if you woke up in a world where not only did the Beatles disappear, but you were the only person who remembered how to play the songs?
You know, when I first heard this premise, right,
Yeah.
I'm thinking, well, to me it was I'm genius rather than is genius because I've been thinking about this my whole life.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
You had this concept?
Have you never thought about that? Like, I used to sit there and just think like, wow, if one day
What if this
person like Taylor Swift disappeared and nobody knew her,
Right.
I would just take all her songs and then pretend I wrote them and claim all the credit and make lots of money. You mean you've never thought
Maddie,
about it?
normal people do not think of these things.
I do. That's why I sit around thinking most of the time.
That's hilarious.
But it got us thinking about, this whole concept of originality. Is it completely overrated, or is every story one version of another version?
I don't think there's anything that's really original these days.
Yeah.
I think it comes from somewhere, and I think it's completely okay to be inspired
And
by.
adapt again?
Yeah, because isn't that what I mean? Even as a musician, you want to inspire others, right?
That's true, because, technically, if you think about it, Avatar is Pocahontas.
Hey, do not get me started on Avatar, dude. Are you one of those Avatar haters? Fern Gully, Pocahontas, Dances with Wolves. I've heard it all before.
I love
Calm down.
Avatar. I like it.
I love it.
Well, I've never thought about it, but now that you've mentioned it,
Yeah.
you are right.
But the thing is, it didn't just start with the Pocahontas. I mean, it's a story as old as time. You
Yes.
know, a guy goes into a forest, he's enchanted, there's
Yeah.
like a fairy creature
or like
there.
Twilight is actually Pride and Prejudice. It is.
I feel a lot of prejudice, not so much pride.
No, Stephanie Meyer said she was inspired by Pride and Prejudice.
I think that originality isn't the originality. You hear? That's the correct pronunciation. It's not the be-all and end-all, but I think what we've got today are way too many movies that are doing way too many of the same things. Like, I'm sorry, there's too many superhero movies. There just are. It's too much.
It's too much. And people tend to focus, I think, on the technology they can bring to the same story.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they compete with that.
But that's the reason why, Divian, you should get on TV.
Oh, I don't know
Because there's
about that.
so many original television shows and series that are so amazing.
I
that
feel
you-
like there's just too much, too many.
The problem with
Good.
Vivian is he has a
Choices.
life, unlike me and Maddie. You've got to sit down in front
Excuse
of the
me,
TV.
I have a life.
Here's the thing. If I start...
If you're watching Netflix all weekend,
if I start on a series, it's going to take me at least, 25 hours, even if I want to binge watch to get through it?
Yeah, what's wrong with that? Just one day.
I got to
in
show
front
that you
of
will love
TV.
Vivian.
Okay.
It's called Glow. It's about female wrestlers in the 80s. I think it's right up your street, Vivian.
Yeah?
Yeah,
You
you'll
think so?
love
You
it.
think I'd be
He's
intrigued
been
by
trying to
it?
get me to watch that.
Yeah.
But anyway, maybe today's the day to watch some TV if you didn't
Yeah.
over the long weekend.
Yeah.
I know I did. I want to go back to my TV now.
Kiss 92. All the great songs in one place.